welcome. Give yourselves a round of applause. Lovely to see you all here this evening. You know that this is the barrier draw for the Sansui Summer Cup. However, this is just the little bit that we're going to do before we go live on TV at 15:15. At 6:15, I'm going to lose my mind. We're going to start shouting and screaming. And what we would like from you guys, please, is a lot of hype and a lot of energy in the room to make sure that everybody on Teletrack is completely transfixed by the Gauteng Sansui Summer Cup. Will you guys do that for us, please? Welcome to the members of the media. Lovely to have you here. And of course, a special word to our sponsors, Sansui and the Gauteng Tourism Association. Please give them a special round of applause.
For me, the only sport that you can really dress up and come and enjoy is that of the equine sport. And there's nothing better than horse racing. It's a privilege to have you all here tonight. Thank you so very much.
Yes, it's the 2017 Gauteng Sansui Summer Cup. Now, for those of you who've not been to the Sansui Summer Cup, I'd like to paint a picture of why this is one of the most loved events on the Johannesburg social calendar. Now, what can you expect when you come to the race day? Of course, there's world-class horse racing. This year there's going to be live music featuring none other than Mikasa. Now, yes, I know, round of applause, guys.
I wanna bring back passion. Ooh, I wanna bring back the fashion.
There really is going to be a feast of fashion. There's going to be a host of hospitality tents, and I'm talking about themes from vintage 1950s Shabin vibes to even a tent with Bollywood action. So everything's happening, and finally, actually, it's all about the big winnings. And what everyone is excited about this year is that TAB and Betting World houses in 8 weeks competition will be drawn on the day. Yes, you heard me correctly. TAB and Betting World are giving away 8 houses that are going to be drawn on the day. Now come on guys, that is something that is life-changing. Unbelievable.
And this will set us off as to where we start the draw. Right. Jules, what has he done?
Horse number 3.
Number 3. Happy with that? Thank you. Please give Rob Scott a round of applause. He can't change it. So, we are going to start with Master Sabina, which is a horse who is looking for a hat-trick in the race. There's many hat-tricks online. Gavin Marina himself is on a hat-trick, although he is not on Master Sabina. So, we are going to begin by calling up Joe Soma. The truth of the matter is, you can go mad, you can pick, you know what the story is. You have an option 1 through to 20, and you are on your own. Right, Jules, what has he drawn? What is Master Sabina? 8. You are good. You are good.
I think Abashiri is a big runner, and as we saw in his last 2 starts, he's certainly coming back strong.
So Abashiri gets 19, but at the end of the day, the yard's in banging form.
He's drawn 19 and that's it. There's nothing else we can do about it. I put out a posting on Facebook and I said, well, he's drawn 19. We didn't have much choice about it. We were the last horse in the box, and the only draw that was left was 19, so we're there. But as I said, we'll take it on the chin like a man, because that's what we are. But Abashiri can afford to start from 19 draw because he oozes class and probably had to give all the other battlers a chance.
It's about jockeyship, it's about skill, but more than anything else, about the preparation that goes on behind the scenes. And you've always declared the fact that Sansui Summer Cup Day would be the day that your horses were ready.
Yeah, Andy, we'd like to get our horses ready for these kind of days. Obviously, a lot of prep work has gone into these horses over the last couple of weeks. We feel our horses are doing exceptionally well at the moment, and just hope we can keep them ticking over nicely for the next 10 days.
Okay, now here's a curveball for you. If it's the people's race, there's only one horse that can win this race. It's got to be Crowd Pleaser.
Yeah, obviously. Crowd Pleaser is doing really well at home. It would be a very suitable race for him to win. But my only slight concern with Crowd Pleaser is I think he's a horse, he obviously likes running handy. I think he's slightly better on a track with a slightly shorter straight. You know, the TURFFONTEIN long straight, they got lots of time to crawl up behind you and eventually catch you coming down to the line. But yeah, very happy to have him in a race off a nice low weight, and Keegan DeMello gets exceptionally well with him.
It's not often that a trainer has an option like you have. You've got Girl on the Run, you've got the top weight New Predator, and of course you've got another horse in the race by the name of Brazuca, who, if I'm not mistaken, is drawn a little bit deep, but the bottom line is that you've got 3-4 very live chances.
Yeah, Andy, we got some really nice horses in the field. Obviously, we got Stamina Doubts with New Predator, but lucky for us, he's drawn not drawn too wide, so we can take a sit on him. Obviously, a horse like him, we're going to have to ride him patiently. I've got a very good rider in the form of Brandon Lorena. He's got exceptional hands, and I think he's the type of guy that can put New Predator to sleep early on. And yeah, I think out of our horses, the one that needed to draw the most was obviously Crowd Pleaser. Crowd Pleaser's horse is going to go forward, and very exceptionally happy with draw 6.
Well, you know, you've got to love Jeff Woodruff's record in this race. It's absolutely outstanding, 4 years in a row. I thought his filly Bipot had a good chance. She never got invited. That's a long story. But I still think Jeff can have a serious say. A lot of people are tipping Pagoda. I think Banner Hill each way could be a very interesting German-bred horse by Tiger Hill. He could be a nice long shot. But Andy, the whole point about this race is that we've got to try and make this race as popular as the Melbourne Cup is in England, in Australia. You know, first Tuesday in Australia, they just descend on Melbourne, and they just love it. And that has got to be the objective here, to make that as popular as we can here in Joburg. Interesting, because I've been talking to a few of the trainers. Johan, I said to him, are you going to run New Predator? I actually thought he might take the horse out. He says no, and he does like Brazuca strong. He likes Brazuca over Crowd Pleaser, which I was quite interested about. But to go back to Jeff Woodruff, he is the master of this race, and he has got Master Switch, an enigmatic character, but he's got Striker aboard. But Banner Hill could be the sneaker in the pack.
Gabby, they talk about the luck of the draw. There's not a hell of a lot more luck that could have gone the way of the Soma stable as far as the 2017 Sansui Summer Cup is concerned.
Sure, Andrew, it's fantastic. We've been on the worst end of it a few times, but we're ecstatic with the draws. Winchell came in at 1 and Master Sabina 8. But before we go any further, just like to say that it's a complete honor to have 2 lovely horses in the Summer Cup. It's a fantastic race with so much tradition, and we're just privileged to be part of it.
Well, you've shown your mettle. You've won this race before for Marcus and Ingrid Jooster, and obviously Winchell, with a win in the Oaks, with a collateral form with Orchid Island, has to be a very serious runner for Callan Murray and Derek Brookman to sit down with your guys and decide that that was his ride over Master Switch, who finished 3rd last year. That takes some doing.
Sure, yeah, Andrew, look, she won the Oaks and she won it really well. We've always thought she's a high-quality filly. She was a little bit unlucky in the Willavington. She came off a very bad draw, and unfortunately the straight was just too short. She was flying at the finish, and it's been a plan since then between Joe, Derek, myself. So it's fantastic that it's come together. She's had a lovely prep into the race. Anton was supposed to ride her, but unfortunately we took it for granted New Predator wouldn't run. He is taking his place, and rightly so. And unfortunately, as I say, Anton couldn't make the weight, and we're just very happy to get someone as good as Callan to take over from Anton.
Okay, now Master Sabina, he just has a habit of coming well at this time of the year. I don't think 8 is particularly old, particularly when you think about the mileage that this horse has got. He hasn't had a lot of racing.
No, he's a lovely horse. We haven't had him for too long. He went, I think, from Justin, and then they decided to send him to Gavin van Zyl, and then he moved up to us. Mr. De Broglie wanted him to try and have a 3rd crack at the Summer Cup, and he's really such a lovely horse to work with, and we can see why he's won the 2 Summer Cups that he's won and competed and finished 2nd in another one. He's done really well. We had a small setback, or 1 or 2 small setbacks early when he got to us, and we haven't been able to give him a prep run, but we were able to give him a nice gallop with 5 horses, and he's come through his preparation really well. You wouldn't say he's an 8-year-old walking off the track, because he's the only horse that really freshes going off the track, and he's in a very good space at the moment.
Beatrix Lawrence is a face that is not altogether familiar to Teletrack viewers who are really familiar with jockeys and trainers and owners and breeders and horses. But you have a very special and unique function on Sansui Summer Cup Day. We're dying to find out what it is.
Thanks, Andrew. Yes, I'm organising Sashi Naidu's tent, hosted essentially by Campbell & Campbell. And Beatrix Events has been contracted in to host specifically Sashi's tent. We call it the Secret Summer Garden. So it will be a lot of influencers, media, and I think it's going to be very exciting. We've curated a beautiful event, beautiful catering, beautiful decor, and we're very excited to host it.